Naoya Inoue and Murodjon Akhmadaliev have arrived in Saudi Arabia and met with me privately. During our face-to-face discussion, we explored the possibility of a historic showdown between them. Both champions showed great interest in making this fight happen for the fans. The boxing world was sent into a frenzy this week as undisputed super bantamweight champion Naoya the Monster Inoue and former unified title holder Murodjon Akhmadaliev came face in an electrifying confrontation in Riyadh with the influential boxing architect Turki Alalshikh. This historic meeting between two of the sport's most technically gifted lower-weight fighters crackled with tension as the famously composed Japanese knockout artist and the fiery Yusuf challenger stood mere inches apart, their contrasting personalities and fighting philosophies creating an almost tangible energy in the room. The gravity of this moment wasn't lost on any of the assembled dignitaries and boxing insiders, as Alalshikh, the mastermind behind Saudi Arabia's rapid ascent as boxing's new global epicenter, observed with keen interest, clearly recognizing how this potential clash could become another landmark event in the kingdom's ambitious plans to dominate elite-level combat sports. When Inoue and Akhmadaliev finally squared off, after months of verbal sparring through press interviews and social media, the visual dichotomy between the two warriors was nothing short of mesmerizing. Inoue, the pound-for-pound phenom, renowned for his terrifying blend of surgical precision, concussive power, and icy composure, maintained his characteristic poker face, his penetrating gaze revealing nothing of his thoughts as he confronted his latest would-be challenger. Akhmadaliev, never one to shy away from psychological warfare, matched his opponent's stare with equal intensity, his body language radiating the quiet confidence of a man who genuinely believes he holds the key to solving the monster puzzle. Though not a single word was exchanged during this first face-to-face encounter, the silent confrontation communicated volumes. For Inoue, this represents another opportunity to burnish his legacy as one of boxing's generational talents, while for Akhmadaliev, it's the chance to author a career-defining moment by dethroning the sport's most dominant champion in spectacular fashion. The presence of Turki Alalshikh at this high-profile meeting cannot be overstated in terms of what it signifies about the potential scale and location of this impending super fight. As the chairman of Saudi Arabia's General Entertainment Authority and the driving force behind the kingdom's astonishing transformation into boxing's new financial and promotional powerhouse, Alalshikh's involvement virtually guarantees this fight will receive the grand global platform and financial backing worthy of such a compelling matchup, having already delivered historic events like the undisputed heavyweight championship between Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk, along with the light heavyweight unification between Arabov and Dmitry Bivol under the prestigious Riyadh season banner. Alalshikh appears ready to work his matchmaking magic once again by bringing Inoue Akhmadaliev to the Middle East potentially as the centerpiece of the fall boxing calendar. His revolutionary approach to cutting through traditional promotional politics and financial barriers has changed the sports landscape forever, and this matchup between two elite talents at 122 lbs aligns perfectly with his vision of creating must-see events that capture the imagination of casual and hardcore fans alike across every continent. This potential showdown carries profound significance for both the super bantamweight division and the broader boxing landscape. In a way, 27-0-24. Kos, the four-belt champion who has looked virtually invincible since moving up to 122 pounds, represents the very pinnacle of boxing excellence. That rare combination of technical brilliance, fight-ending power, and strategic adaptability that has seen him dismantle every opponent placed before him with frightening efficiency. Yet Akhmadaliev 12-19 Kos presents perhaps his most complete and dangerous challenge to date, bringing an Olympic medalist's pedigree, awkward southpaw stance, legitimate one-punch knockout power, and The kind of relentless pressure that could test Inoue in ways we haven't witnessed since his epic battles with future Hall of Famer Naoya. The Usy's sole professional loss, a hotly contested split decision to rugged veteran Marlon Topples, looks increasingly respectable given that Inoue himself needed until the 10th round to finally stop the tough Filipino, strongly suggesting Akhmadaliev may possess the skills, durability, and ring IQ to push the champion further than any previous opponent at this weight class. Akhmadaliev has been increasingly vocal about his firm belief that he possesses the perfect stylistic tools to dethrone Inoue, going so far as to boldly predict a 6th-round stoppage victory in what would undoubtedly rank among boxing's most seismic upsets in recent memory. "I'm not coming to win rounds. I'm coming to take his soul," the former champion declared in a recent incendiary interview, words that have since become a rallying cry for those who believe Inoue may finally meet his match. The Japanese superstar's response when confronted with these comments was telling in its simplicity, just a slight smirk and a retort of "let him try." This psychological chess match adds yet another fascinating dimension to what was already one of the most compelling possible matchups in boxing today, raising the stakes from mere championship glory to a battle of wills between two supremely confident warriors. The involvement of Turki Alalshikh and Saudi Arabia's burgeoning boxing infrastructure could prove to be the decisive factor in transforming this dream matchup from tantalizing possibility to signed contract. In recent years, the kingdom has emerged as the sport's undisputed capital for super fights, with Alalshikh's virtually unlimited resources and willingness to pay premium prices for elite matchups, solving many of the promotional and financial obstacles that previously prevented the best from fighting the best. Well-placed sources close to the negotiations suggest Alalshikh is targeting a September or October timeframe for this potential clash, potentially positioning it as either a spectacular standalone main event or as the centerpiece of a stacked card featuring multiple championship bouts. Given Inoue's rapidly growing international stardom and Akhmadaliev's passionate